So RIP to Brandon Schreiber, RIP to Brandon Schreiber, and RIP to Andrew Roselius. So there was an incident where there was an exchange of gunfire and both of those men were killed. Now I want to read the 10 Commandments because we need to get back to the basics. We need to get back to the basics. This is what law is, okay? I want to say the book of John says that Moses is the law, whereas Jesus is the way and the light and the truth. So Moses is the law, but Jesus is the way and the light and the truth. In the way Jesus says to love your neighbor as yourself, the golden rule, which is the best, rule of all. So I'm going to go ahead and say the 10 Commandments, okay? So the 10 Commandments. And actually, I'm just going to do the 7 Commandments. Well, I'll do the 7 Commandments and then I'll go back to the first 3. Honor your father and your mother, that in your days may be long upon the land which the Lord your God has given you. So, what is it? The land of Egypt or something? You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. No, you shall not covet your neighbor's wife, nor his male servant, nor his female servant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is your neighbor's. Now all the people witnessed the thunderings, the lightning flashes, the sound of the trumpet, and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they trembled and stood afar off. So those are all fine. I like those. I like that the coherent and comprehensiveness of it. It kind of covers all of it, right? It protects property law, protects life. And it says, don't steal, but also protects his marriage. Protects family in some respects. It does. Why honor just the father and mother? Why not honor the whole family, right? Honor brother, sister, honor son and daughter, honor father and mother, honor your whole family. And then honor doesn't mean obey. Honor doesn't mean you're the slave to them. It just says, there's honor. So, there's your honor, father, there's your honor, mother. Later on, actually, Jesus is going to say, don't call anybody your father except for God in heaven. Don't call anybody on earth your father. You only have one father, and that father is God. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. These are, thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not murder. That's, those are eternal laws. Those are eternal laws. And then do not commit adultery. I feel like it's a faux pas. It's frowned upon. You could divorce the person. Adultery is pretty shitty. But they're going to later on start stoning people for adultery. So I don't think we need to go to that level where we're stoning people. So if we just need to, people want to talk about the law. With America, we got freedoms, but there's also the law, right? So the law is don't do this. And then the freedoms are the law too because they're constitutional. So we're doing the don't do this laws first. So, and actually, there's one do, right? So, honor father, honor mother. But don't you murder, don't commit adultery, don't steal, don't bear false witness. Because these are the laws. If you try to say, that person stole or that person killed somebody, well, then that's, a huge accusation. And now they're going to have to spend millions of dollars on a damn lawyer. And the next 15 years of their life is just like that Jamal Truelove. I can't believe how Kamala Harris really fucked Jamal Truelove's life up. Fucked his life up. And then this is actually being a little idealistic, saying you shouldn't even covet thy neighbor's house, nor his wife, nor his male or female servant, nor his ox, his donkey, or anything that is your neighbor's. But in terms of civilization, you live here, your neighbor lives there. You're supposed to love your neighbor as yourself, says Jesus. But if you can't love, don't covet. Don't even want his things. Don't even want her things. And I think that's a great basis for a civilization. Now, let's go to the very beginning. They says, I'm the Lord your God that brought you out of the land of Egypt and out of the house of bondage. So I saved you from slavery, God damn it, you son of a bitch. You shall have no other gods before me. Now, this is jealous God. Allah, the Islamic folks say that they believe in the one true God. So that phrase, one true God, I kind of believe in a sense of oneness, right? We're all energy. This is all energy. And when you die, you turn into a different kind of energy, right? You become fertilizer for the grass and then the circle of life, just like Mufasa had explained to us. But you shall have no other gods before me. when Jesus is he's on the cross, and his last words was it Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, which is, my God, why have you forsaken me? Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. Lama. Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. My God, why have you forsaken me? So, who's Eli? Who the hell is Eli? Is Eli the God we're calling this person God? They're calling it Allah, but we're actually supposed to be praying to Eli? Some people says that it was Elijah, but that's not Jah, that's just Eli. Eli, Eli, chick-a-lie, pom-pom poodle, you know? You know what I'm talking about? And then it says, you shouldn't make for yourself a carved image, any likeness of anything that is in heaven above. You should not bow down to them. So, kind of saying, don't have idols. Don't worship material things. The one true God is what your imagination of what the one true God is. It's not this statue. It's not this person. It's not a portrait of a person. It's the energy, right? When I think of energy, that's God. Energy is God. Energy is God. Because there is no face. There is no thing. When to worship energy, when I'm just supposed to have a lump of coal, and we all just get, down on our knees and pray to a lump of coal. Maybe, that would actually make more sense than praying to like some statues and shit. Because a lump of coal could be turned into electricity. You shall not take the name of your Lord, your God, in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless. I was thinking a lot about this. And then remember the Sabbath day. So that's 4 extra fucking laws. Really, the 6 commandments, he got them down into 6. So the 6 commandments are really good. The 4 commandments before then, remember the Sabbath day? I do actually take it easy on Sunday. That's just good for rest. And with you should not take the Lord your God. It just sounds like, love the priest, love the religious figure that's telling you this stuff. I'm the one that knows God, and therefore you've always got to listen to me. You can't have any other gods, you can't listen to any other preachers besides me. Even that Jesus thing saying that there's only one God in heaven, well, listen to Jesus, because your father is nobody. Jesus said he came to tear households up, right? 3 verses 2, 2 verses 3, mothers versus daughters, and, sons versus fathers. So, Jesus came to bring division, to bring conflict, to bring a sword, to bring war. He didn't come here to bring peace on earth. That's what Jesus says. That's coming straight out of Matthew. Well, I don't like those things. Those things, peace is a good thing. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. So, well, I say God damn it, and I'll say Jesus Christ, because I kind of hate those stupid laws. People will be like, well, God always tells me this and that. You're a figment of your imagination. God to me is energy. What is energy? I guess when I think of what it looks like to me in my head, it's like electricity, right? It's like a bunch of waves. So it's just a bunch of waves going through the air. So, don't you dare talk about energy in vain. But if I had phrases like, energy be damned. Energy be damned. And then when I think about the word goddamn, that means goddamn you, right? Goddamn it. Goddamn him. Goddamn her. So that's actually, you're using their name. So even if you use it in vain, you're still saying their name. That's a business thing. Carnegie was like, talk good about me, talk bad about me, whatever it is, just make sure you say it loudly, because that's good advertisement. So by, saying their name in vain, by making Jesus Christ be like, Jesus Christ, like what the hell's going on? It's almost like a little prayer, right? Oh, and then I went to the market, and then the person just took a shit on everything. Jesus Christ, what are you doing here? God damn you, what the fuck are you doing, man? Don't be shitting on the produce, man. Why are you shitting on the produce? Jesus Christ, it's like I'm reaching out for Jesus, like, can you fix this situation? God, will you damn him? And Jesus, can you fix it? And then the Trinity, they want to tell us that all 3 of them are the same, and there's a bunch of nonsense, okay? I don't believe there's an invisible man in the fucking clouds. So, if there was an invisible man, fuck that motherfucker. What are you doing looking down at me all fucking day long? There's not an invisible man in the clouds. We have airplanes, we have telescopes, we've been to space. So if there was a man in the clouds, you know, let's get him down here, or let's go interview the guy. Hey God, what's going on? So the oneness of God, what am I saying? I'm saying that the 6 commandments of the 10 are really good because intuitively they're logical. And just like the parable of the sower, what Jesus is saying is that when you plant seeds on fertile ground, then they grow. When you plant the seeds amongst the thorns, they don't grow. When you plant them by the roadside, they don't grow. And then when you plant them in the rocks, they don't grow either. So when I was very young and I was at All Saints, I took to Jesus and I took to the 10 Commandments. Yep, don't murder. I don't want to be murdered, so I'm not going to do the murdering. Yeah, I don't want people stealing from me. We could add don't assault. I feel like that's a big glaring one to me that's not in there. Don't assault. Don't sexually assault. Don't physically assault. Keep your damn hands to yourself. If you can figure out some little manners, I like the rock. The rock is nice. You know, a nice shoulder rub. I kind of like a nice shoulder rub if you just kind of come in from behind, you know, like I'm sitting at a dinner table and you just give me a nice, you know, shoulder massage. That's nice, you know. I like that. That's how you say hi to people. But you can't hit people and you can't assault people, not sexually, not physically. Keep your hands to yourself in general unless you can figure out, you know, how to do handshakes and just sort of minor mannerisms. Honor thy father and thy mother. Okay, that's more what to do. But don't murder. Don't commit adultery. Don't steal. Don't bear false witness. Don't hit. Don't rape. That's another big one. Don't rape and don't hit. So the 10 Commandments are almost perfect except for don't hit and don't rape. And the first 4. The last 6 commandments are almost perfect. And it does say don't commit adultery, which that's not really rape. But in a way, you would have to lust for the person that you want to rape. And so therefore, it kind of is adultery if you're married. So adultery is having sex outside of the relationship, not really rape. But it does say don't covet your neighbor's wife. That's kind of adultery too, but that's kind of rape also. Because that's his wife. So even if she consented, you're not supposed to. So no, we need don't assault and don't rape. So the 10 Commandments are nearly perfect. You just got to add don't assault, don't rape, and ignore the first 4 bullshit ones, you know?